I think I got a name. Coffee, King's Gun Center Coffee Sessions with Doug, Justin, and Todd.
I like it.
The coffee sessions.
Sounds good to me.
I think we should put the burritos in there too.
Well, today it's coffee and burritos session.
Sounds good to me.
But, we've tested breakfast burritos all over town. We got Kalima's, got the one right over here next door to us. The other Kalima's here. I guess Kalima's a popular Latino name, I guess. And then we have North Point Chevron. And those girls down there make one whale of a burrito.
Definitely my favorite.
Mine too. Klima's is good too.
They are, but these are a little drier. They're not so greasy.
Right.
They have a really good system up there. It's the North Point Chevron at 12th and
11th
and Fargo. 11th and Fargo, right by your house.
Except these are, you can't finish a full one.
No.
Without feeling sick.
Cut them in half and you're rocking and rolling. But very, very good. And if there's anybody else in Hanford that makes a breakfast burrito, we'd be happy to test them for you.
Oh yeah, it'd be
just give us a call.
It's just stuff that we do.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we're giving that way.
I got a new review coming up. The P230, 320.
320, yeah.
The P320 from SIG. We also have a fire investigator coming down with one of their new recruits.
Ruin the video.
There you go.
That's
Look at that.
The video's done. Good Lord.
Go ahead and take that. We'll talk about something else. So anyway, you should get an email today from a fire investigator that's looking to change over their weapons because they don't like the way Glock has just one grip size. And for smaller hands, they're having some difficulty with the qualifications. So look for that email, and hopefully we can find them a firearm that will be good for their whole fleet that has the different size grips.
Right.
And who knows? It could be the new M&P 2.0. I would love to be able to
a nice one.
introduce Glock fanboys to something new sometimes. Everything good?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So anyway, I was just telling him we may be doing a contract with a law enforcement agency about investigators about guns that can fit more hand sizes than just Glocks.
Oh yeah, nice.
So we should know more about that here pretty quick. Yesterday, went to the farm show. Spent several hours over there, and we don't have a lot in common with that thing, except for the fact that it looks like we're going to be going to the antique show. They've invited us to have a booth there. So we're going to take a booth. We'll take some targets, maybe make up some of our photos of the store and stuff like that. It'd be fun trying to make a booth for the antique farm show. And they said they're going to find us a place for next year's farm show.
Yeah. Which should be pretty cool to be there, I think.
One thing I was looking forward to, and I know that you were looking forward to, is seeing the brand new Ford F-250 and 350 and the brand new 900-pound torque Chevys.
Yeah.
And they weren't there.
Ford and Chevy didn't show up at the International Farm Show this year.
We got to see Dodges though.
Dodge and Toyota showed up. Yeah, even Dodge had a corral where you could drive their trucks. I mean, we drove my 2500 there, so I don't think we needed to drive one of their trucks.
We don't need to test drive it.
This is like my 5th Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 5th Dodge that I have now.
Although the farm show did not seem as busy as years past for some reason. I don't know if it was the fog holding people from coming, but
As we were leaving, it was getting stacked up.
yeah.
But if it feels like this today again, comes another train. Or did a truck hit that thing? Looks like a truck hit that thing and turned it towards us. Those red lights.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no Ford, no Chevy at the International Farm Show. It's weird.
No, I don't know why they wouldn't be there either. But
Seriously.
It really just didn't seem that busy. I mean, you know.
And the flyover wasn't that good because we couldn't see
We
anything.
couldn't see the plane.
They had a Lemoore NAS jet fly over us, and it was so foggy you couldn't even see the jet. But boy, you could hear it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got a really busy day today. We are doing a little bit more work with the interiors of our ranges.
Gotta love that train.
That train. 30 times a day or something like that, 27 times a day. Yesterday when we went and got Starbucks, because we have a Starbucks right next door to our store, when we went and got Starbucks yesterday, we had a train stop on us. Literally park right here, right in the middle of town.
And you're on the other side?
And we're on the other side.
Yeah, we were just.
And these guys were all jumping, crawling under the train, jumping through the crawling over the top of the train through the catwalks.
This track is a double track right here, and that train stops so the Amtrak can come by the other way.
Well, you guys had my caramel frap, so I would expect you to jump through too.
I
It
know.
was almost melted.
We were afraid, we'd jump through and
It would start.
there'd be an Amtrak coming the other way. So
Or luck.
yeah, and this area has gotten quite a few people.
Let's call this show Coffee and Eating.
Yeah, seriously. Coffee and burritos. Well, what we didn't get to yesterday was our conversation with David Valadeo's office. Now, in the room was David Valadeo, an attorney from town here, David Valadeo's assistant, and on the phone we had a guy from Washington, D.C., which is his David's Second Amendment guy, or it's the Congressional Second Amendment dude. I don't know who he was.
I think it was the guy that keeps in touch with the NRA.
Here's the problem that we saw. They were concerned about hurting the feelings of the Democrats.
Yes, and you got to give something to get something.
Yeah, give something. You got to reach across that aisle, huh?
Yep.
It's that whole political correctness deal.
When they shoved Obamacare down our throats, did they reach across the aisle?
I don't think so. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's it.
Should have learned to turn that off.
We got
When they-
people watching us.
Be right back.
When they shoved these gun laws down our throat in Sacramento, did they reach across the aisle, or did they shut off the microphones
Well,
to the Republicans that were going up speaking on behalf of the rights of Americans?
So it pretty much shut us down and told us to get to the back of the bus.
Okay,
I
so
remember that.
how are we supposed to push the scrimmage line backwards to get our rights back if all we do is hold the line?
You can't, because they'll keep edging our direction.
As a matter of fact, didn't that Super Bowl just happen where they were ahead by 30-some points and just held the line,
And then they lost.
and they lost? All right?
Yep.
Oh, how sweet is that?
My sister dropped off some more stuff for us to
Coffee and
review
eating
here.
every morning. Don't tell my wife.
So if all you do is hold the line, you lose ground.
Yep.
But we have to, at this time in our history, with the presidency and with the Congress and with the courts and with the Senate and the House, we got to move that line back.
Yeah, I know.
What if the Patriots during the Revolutionary War just held the line? Right? I mean, they had it right from the beginning. They knew what they had to do, and they did it.
Far less was going on then.
Dana Loesch had a article. You just watched it yesterday, right?
Yeah.
If you go to our Facebook page, I linked a post to Dana Loesch,
I don't
whatever,
know. She's the NRA spokesperson.
about the history of the NRA, or the history of the Second Amendment and why it's there.
Very good.
One of the arguments they use is, well, they had muzzle loaders back then and muskets. That doesn't apply to a modern sporting rifle today, or what they would loosely call an assault rifle.
Yeah, I hate that word.
And I just wonder. Well, then we don't have a Second Amendment because they couldn't have thought of a First Amendment because they couldn't have thought of Facebook.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta throw all that back too now.
They had no idea
Instagram,
that
Snapchat. Oh
Yeah.
you could address the whole nation instantly back then. You couldn't do it.
No. So, they couldn't even measure that. So therefore, we shouldn't have the right to free speech. This is that slippery slope we're going down. This is what we're talking about when it comes to letting our rights erode away so badly that these are going to be topics coming soon.
Well, one of the arguments was that we have to give a little to get a little, and we have to be careful because if what we do now, the Democrats can do to us when they hold the majority again. Well, they do that anyways.
Right.
And that's what you talk about, just if you just hold the line. Then when they're back in the majority, they're going to push back even more. So yeah, you have to push forward of that line. So if they do push back, we still have ground that we gain. Because they're going to do it to us.
Right.
And I don't know what makes them so scared of firearms.
They're not scared of firearms. They're scared of the idea of firearms, and the rule makers, the politicians, in the history of the world. Before you can kill your population, before you can step on your population, you got to disarm them. And it just feels like that's what's happening now.
That's what Hitler did.
Yeah,
That's exactly what Hitler did.
it's been repeated over and over.
We built the greatest nation in the history of the world. The Romans wish they had what we have.
Yep.
But yet we still are going through that same cycle that the Romans went through. When you build the nation up, then it becomes too good for themselves, and then it tears down from the inside
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
When it becomes too corrupt at the top.
Yeah. Politically correct, you might want to call it. All these things that you can or can't do. It's too bad. Too bad. CCW class tonight,
Yes, tonight and tomorrow.
tomorrow, and is there another class too?
Not tonight.
Tomorrow night.
Not tomorrow night either.
Okay,
Just
just
those two.
CCW. Okay. And gosh, what else? We're looking for some great ideas for membership drives here coming up pretty soon.
Yes.
I don't know.
We got something in the works, hopefully.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
fun.
know we talked about CRP yesterday, and we
CRP,
talked
yeah.
and we talked about the Roundup program. They should be here tomorrow, the next day. Have you heard from them at all?
Not yet. I have a phone call into them yesterday, so we'll see. If not this week, early next week. 'Cause I know they want to get out and talk to us. So.
Well, hopefully we can get this thing set and ready to go. We can get a there it goes.
It's our jet.
Hopefully we can get this thing off and running and get the Roundup program going. As soon as we get that, as soon as we get better news, we will let you know. And I think I have about 3 or 4 other gun stores and ranges that are going to be coming on board with us. So we'll announce all that as soon as we get the everything worked out.
I'm sure that'll take off too, the more gun stores that
Oh,
sign
yeah.
on to it.
Hopefully we can get into this weekend. And it's amazing to us how many new shooters keep coming into our place.
Yeah,
The majority of them are new shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming in for the very first time.
yeah it's great to see.
How many groups of ladies came in yesterday? It was just
I think it was the majority, especially in the afternoon. When we got back from the farm show, that's all there was.
Yeah,
Was ladies.
it's true when they talk about national trends and women and men and all that stuff. It's
We see them in our classes. It's like 60-40, 60% females, 40% males.
it really it lets me know that we're doing something really good here, and that the ladies are responding to it. And we hope that we can get better. Hope that we can get better turnout and make sure that they know that they're taken care of here in the store.
Yep.
Anything else today?
Nothing else today going on.
Man, I wish I could have seen those new Chevys and Fords yesterday.
Me too. Especially the Ford, the new Ford. I wanted to see that.
Up
Guess
close.
We'll have to go down to the lot.
Yeah, no. It's safe when you go to a big trade show.
Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah, I get it.
Dealing with
I
that.
get it. Anything else?
Nope.
Well,
Good burritos though, huh?
North Point Chevron.
Yes.
Burritos, Hanford,
Every time.
11th and Fargo. Good stuff. Good
It
stuff.
is excellent.
And remember, if you got a burrito that you just think is better than theirs, we'll be happy to test it for you.
We'll review it. Love it.
King's Gun Center Coffee Session number 2. Thank you for watching, guys.